So what is not user experience is not the interface design. When you see a mobile app or a website or a web application, this is not user experience. This is interface design. Okay? So if I'm going to show you a small example. There's a website actually. It's called UX is not UI. So this is a website that tells exactly what it is. So you can download a poster, and you can put it on your wall. Like what is UX and what is UI. To simplify it a bit, this is when we design a product. This is a good design, right? But this is more intuitive. Exactly. Experience-wise, تفتح الكاتشب ما بتطرش حدا ولا بدك تقعد تخطها وتفتح هيك. So basically, this is more practical. This is more. There was a pain here, and when you open the ketchup, there was a pain. They solved it with this one. So the user experience is everywhere. Hi. So the user experience is basically everywhere with all the products that we interact with, digital product or anything that we interact with. Okay. So to go back to what is user experience is everything that you see here. It's all the list. Okay. And the interface design is here. So if you want to build a product, if it's a mechanical product, if it's a digital product or a physical product, you have to understand, So you have to understand that the user experience is a process, it's a system, okay? So you have to do some surveys to make sure that your product is gonna work. You have to do some field validation with the users who are using this product. So this is what is UX basically. And the interface design is just here. So when we're designing an interface, it's just one piece of the puzzle, all right? And this is everything that is revolving around user experience. So again, user experience is the system and it's not the interface design. And user experience is not one step in the process. So if you go back to the process, this is a process of how we do user experience. So it's not just one checkbox, it's the whole thing, all right? Are you guys, are you familiar with the user experience design? Not really, more or less. Are you familiar with user experience? No? Okay. Are you familiar with user interface? So when you open a mobile app, this is an interface, right? And when you open a website, it's an interface. But the whole experience around it, it's called user experience. Okay. So when you, let's say, using Uber, it's a user experience. How you open the app, you wait for the taxi, you pick up the taxi, and then you pay online. So it's the whole thing. It's the whole process. It's the whole journey, right? So to build a good user experience for your product, the process is not water flow. So it's more non-linear. Okay. So we research. We see what are the pains that the users have. So let's say I'm trying to solve a user pain. We go back to the ketchup bottle. They have a pain. They cannot use the ketchup bottle really well, so they designed another project. So we have to basically go through all of these, and it's not a one line that we do. So whenever we are here, we test our product, we can go back to this stage, or if we are doing a prototype, we can go back to this phase. So it's more non-linear. And in user experience, we have to definitely listen to our users. So this is a good example. I got a newsletter from Uber a couple of months ago. Because they listened to their users, they found out that a lot of users, they don't have credit cards in Beirut. So the title of the newsletter was, "You asked and we listened." So they listened to the user. They found out that there's a lot of users, they want to use Uber, but they don't have credit card. So yeah, so they came up with, you pay cash. And this is a wise decision. I mean, but this is the decision based on the user feedback. What the users want, we listen, we analyze, and then we execute. There's a lot of tools online that we can use for that. We can do surveys online, and we can use SurveyMonkey, let's say, or Optimal Workshop is a good website to do questionnaire, to send them to people, ask them about our product and our features. So this is an example of we're building an application for let's say school students. Okay, so we had to do a lot of research around school students to understand their behavior, interacting with mobile applications. So we had to do a lot of testing with them. So we pick up like 6 or 7 students from different age range, and we put them together in a room, and we start to ask them questions, and we try to solve their questions. And after that, we did some sort of wireframes of the mobile application. And this was also tested with these people, because we're not the users. We're doing a mobile application for school students, and we're not the students. So we have to understand the way they think, the way they interact. So we have to test, with these wireframes, we had to test their behavior using the application. And what we did, we give them specific tasks. And we told them, you have to do this. How can you do it? And we just monitored their behavior. And after that, we came up with a conclusion, right? And before doing the interface, which is this, we had to do a lot of testing also on the interface. So we did testing on the wireframes, and then we did testing on the interface. Also a good idea to test your product, if let's say building a website, building a feature on your mobile application or web application, this is called guerrilla testing. And this is really fun. Like this girl, she wants to test a feature on Dropbox. You all use Dropbox, right? So what she did a stand in a coffee shop, and she asked users to help her do the testing on the mobile by offering them a cup of coffee for free. So you can also do that. It's very fun. I'm gonna try it someday. And user experience is definitely not only about technology. So we use technology it's about the behavior. So we use the technology like a musician. He uses the instruments to communicate music and emotions. We, as designers or UX designers, we use the technology to solve problems, right? Like this is a good design, but it's not usable. And it's not about making a product that is only usable. It has to have a lot of value around UX. So let's say you're building a mobile, you have to make the people love this product and not only use it. So you have to work around being valuable, accessible, desirable. So it's all around this kind of value for your product. Like this one, if you want to buy it. So that's it. If you have questions, I'm ready.
How do you test the wireframe?
Okay, good question. No, what we actually do, there's a lot of tools, like softwares, where you can put your prototype, and you use it like you're using any mobile app. Yeah.
The preference scale of paper versus
paper, you can also do paper, but it's easier to do it on this kind of wireframes, because you can change يعني فيك تغير كل الديزاين تكة. ما نعوزهم هودي.